Does the occurrence of difference in patterns of eye movement in REM relate/represent to the content of the dream? Procedure for study number 3. EEG electrodes were placed around the eyes to detect and document the direction of eye movements. Participants were woken up after a particular/single pattern of eye movement had lasted for more than 1 minute, and then they were asked to report their dream in detail. The patterns of eye movement were: 1. Mainly vertical. 2. Mainly horizontal. 3. Both vertical and horizontal. 4. Very little or no movement. Results of study number 3. The researchers found that participants' accounts were not adequately accurate to be matched exactly to the changes in the patterns of eye movement. A total of 35 awakenings were analyzed further. 39 participants showed periods of predominantly vertical eye movement, were each connected to a narrative about vertical movement. In one, the participant dreamed about standing at the foot of a tall cliff, using a hoist. The participant reported looking up at climbers at various levels on the cliff and down at the hoist machinery. In another one, a participant's dream revolved around them climbing up a series of ladders and looking up and down while climbing. In a third dream, a participant was playing basketball, shooting at the net and looking up to see if he had scored the looking downwards to pick up another ball. A single dream followed predominantly horizontal movements. The participants reported dreaming about two people throwing tomatoes at each other. On 10 occasions participants were woken up after little or no eye movement. They reported either watching something in the distance or staring with their eyes fixed on a singular object. In 2 cases, the participants had dreamed about driving. The movement of their eyes was very still and then made several sudden movements to the left just before being woken up. To configure mixed eye movements, 21 awakenings followed. These findings confirmed that, when awake, our eyes are relatively stable when we are focused on objects in the distance and show movements of similar amplitude to when we are dreaming of viewing nearby objects. Few vertical movements were recorded except when the researcher threw a ball in the air for participants to watch. Other findings/results suggested that REM durations lasted from 3 to 50 minutes with an aggregate of around 20 minutes. The amount, pattern and size of REM phases ranged and varied from duration to duration. The REM periods were at fairly regular intervals but individually specific. For example, participant DM averaged 1 REM phase every 70 minutes. WD 1 every 75. KC 1 every 104. The aggregate for the entire group was 1 REM phase every 92 minutes.